3, 2, 1.
All right, guys, welcome to House of Timmerman podcast. Thanks for joining us. My name is Dennis Timmerman. This is my wife, Kate.
Hi.
Today, we're going to be talking about the power of goal setting and talk a little bit about maybe some different kinds of goals and just why it's important. So first of all, I guess we should explain we did not post a video last week. I'm going to apologize for that. We just a busy weekend. We had roller derby to go watch. Yep. The girls kicked ass. It was pretty cool. We went and watched monster trucks. That was pretty fun. And
Lots of family time.
The House of Timmerman was out and about, so we didn't get to do a video. We started one. We weren't happy with it, and we just kind of ran out of time, so we had to scrap it, and we're starting back fresh this week. So
the House of Timmermans were out of the house.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. So the power of goal setting. Let's talk a little bit about that.
Okay.
Oh, and I just wanted to bring up one other thing too. Our kids watch our podcast on YouTube, so
they found us.
Yeah, it's kind of cool, interesting. Can't talk about them too much anymore, I guess. All right, so the power of goal setting. Why is it important?
It's important so you stay focused. I mean, anyone, like if you set a goal but you don't work on that goal, is it really a goal or is it a dream or a wish?
I like that. Yeah.
So the importance of goal setting is that you're setting it to set yourself up to achieve it.
Cool. I would agree. Yeah, I can set it better myself. Put her on the spot on that one.
Yeah.
She doesn't like it when I do that.
No.
Right, so, yes, exactly. It'll keep you on track. It'll keep you accountable for working towards that specific goal. And it's a very useful tool. It could help you keep you from spinning your wheels and just kind of going through the motions. And if you have something very specific in mind you're working towards, that's going to increase your odds of doing the thing. So, yeah. Maybe we should talk a little bit about different kinds of goals.
Yeah, let's do it.
So, they're kind of and we're kind of leaning towards health and fitness, but I would say this carries over to anything in life.
Yes.
This isn't just working out at the gym. This is stuff you could utilize to improve your just kind of day-to-day workflow for yourself and setting up your routine. Kids love routine, so having a plan to start optimizing your time there and all that. I'm kind of going off track, but anyway, so the two different kinds of goals. We would have like a outcome-based goal, which is when we would say that's related to health and fitness. Let's say somebody has a goal, they want to lose 20 pounds, okay? So they set a goal, they say, I'm going to lose 20 pounds in 3 months. It's not out of the question, not completely typical depending on where the person is, but whatever. We're just just making this easy, right? So I want to lose 20 pounds in 3 months. That would be your outcome-based goal. That's the performance goal that you want to hit. So that could be weight lifted, weight lost, anything, right? Running a mile faster, whatever it is, more push-ups in 2 minutes. That would be your outcome-based goal, that goal you're working towards, the specific outcome you're looking to achieve. And that's a good thing to set. That sets the plan in motion, right? That's kind of the first step, is knowing where you want to go, and then starting where you're at and then going where you want to go, right? So you find your outcome-based goal, and then you got to find out how you're going to get there. Like, it's not just going to happen all by itself. I want to lose 20 pounds, and so in 3 months, no matter what I do, that goal is going to happen. No, you got to set some habit-based goals, and that's where you start building up the habits that are going to lead to the outcome that you desire to reach. So, say I want to lose 20 pounds in 3 months. That's my outcome goal. What habits do I need to set right now and start putting into place to reach that goal in that time frame, right? So I would set a goal. If I want to lose 20 pounds in 3 months, one of my very first goals would be to look at how much I'm eating and see if my energy output is matching my energy input, right? So it's all food. In the terms of weight loss, you get all kinds of sidetracks going, but the biggest thing is calories in versus calories out. So just to live and breathe and all that stuff to keep yourself alive throughout the day, that's like your base metabolic rate. You kind of want to find out what that is, and then the activity that you do throughout the day, the workouts, what you do for a living, all that stuff, sports you play, hobbies you have, that's all more calories burned. So you got to look at your calories in versus calories out. That's the first biggest kind of step. So that would be your first kind of habit-based goal, is make sure I'm hitting the right numbers, the right calories for my goals, right? So that would be your first habit-based goal. So then you'd want I'm going to have to edit the shit out of this one. I can't say that because now the kids watch it.
No. Can't swear. We can still swear. I mean, it is the house of Timmerman.
That's true. We do swear in this house every once in a while.
Every once in a while?
Okay.
Okay.
Whatever. So habit-based goals, those are the small little things that you do every day that lead up to your big outcome-based goal that you're trying to reach. So
exercise, sleep, those are all things that are going to fall in there, including
absolutely.
Nutrition. So
yes. Sleep is a huge one. Sleep is probably the best habit-based goal you could do for almost any outcome-based goal you want to do. More, to a certain level, more sleep is going to be more better, pretty much. More better. So that's kind of the difference between outcome-based goals and habit-based goals.
I'd like to touch a little bit on the importance of once you get in a habit of having a goal, or let's say you reach that outcome-based goal. I think it's important to kind of continuously keep in mind of what your next goal is. Keep moving forward and keep that momentum going. Otherwise, it can be easy to either A, stop, or B, get lost, or just kind of stall and not have really a place to go, whether it might be, in the gym, nutrition, etc. I think it's always important to kind of be thinking of your next step.
Totally. Yeah. And especially if you set like a big goal for yourself and then you reach that goal, you fall into the problem of now what, you know what I mean? Like you'd be on this huge, boost of momentum and all that stuff. Then you get there and you're like, well, shit, I'm there. Like, what do I do with this? You know what I mean? Where do I go from here? And so, as you're building towards your goals, it's always good to have like a bigger set of goals. And, you could go, there's all kinds of ways to find your ultimate goal. But this reminds me of a drill actually that Dad John taught me in Denver last year. So basically the drill is to look 2 decades into the future. Kind of look at where you want to be 2 decades from now. Then you kind of look at where maybe 2 years. Where do you want to be 2 years from now? Then you can break it down into 2 months. Where are you going to be in 2 months? 2 weeks. Where are you going to be in 2 weeks? And then 2 day. What do you got to do today to start that trend to hitting your ultimate 2-decade goal? And I mean, it sounds kind of crazy to try to look two decades in the past if you're talking about, I want to lose 20 pounds right now. So what does 2 decades have to do with it
2 decades in the future?
in the future?
Oh, you said in the past.
I'm sorry. So, it might not really seem like it matters, but, in the grand scheme of things, that 2 decades goal, that's what's going to keep you coming into the gym. That's what's, going to make you maybe choose between the tasty, unhealthy meal versus the, healthy meal that, is something that you're going to continue to eat, even if it's not your favorite. It might still sway you in that way, just because I know in 2 decades, I know this is my goal. Eating this bullshit right now isn't going to get me towards that goal in any way. So, yeah, that's another idea as far as setting your outcome-based goals. Your outcome-based goal could be the 2 decade goal, and all of your habit-based goals are going to be the two weeks, 2 days, 2 months, all that stuff. So,
just kind of speaking from experience, I struggle a bit kind of looking forward to the future. Like I can tell you where I want to be years from now, and I can tell you where I want to be a year from now, but kind of when I conquer that goal that's from a year from now, I have a hard time getting to that next goal or looking kind of forward. Like for example, I had set a goal of losing 100 pounds in a year, and I did that, and then didn't, like, that was my first experience kind of setting an outcome based goal and then the habit goals along the way, and I wasn't prepared for
for actually hitting that
for
outcome.
hitting that outcome well in that goal, and then I'm like, well, fuck, now what? And I wasn't prepared for setting that next goal, and it took me a good 3-4 months before I kind of found myself again and got to a path where I was ready to kind of focus again and get back into the gym and get back into the habits that I had already created.
Yeah.
So it's something I struggle with. It's something I still struggle with. And it's just, I think it's just always growing and continuing to build those habits. So nobody's perfect. And just, I think the biggest thing is if you want it, you got to make it happen. So you can't just wish for it or want it. You got to do the work behind it and actually conquer it.
I think wishing for it and wanting it, like, those are very valuable things, though. I mean, you really got to, do the mental work. Like, if you always think about these things as being your reality,
that's your sign.
It's what?
Like, if you're always thinking about it, you're always wishing and wanting it. Like, that's your that's your sign to make it your goal.
Totally.
Sorry.
Yeah. And then sorry, I was like, what? Huh? She's all into the astrology stuff, so I was like, you talking about this now, or so yeah, absolutely. Like, it's a message to you being delivered, like, and you could deliver that message to yourself, just the same way as, like, if you just continue to think that thing, like, it will happen. But you have to, that's like your alternate reality, right? When you're thinking about things, when you're visualizing your success and all that, it's like your alternate reality. And then you got this other alternate reality that we're living in, and what do you got to do to make those realities kind of.
And you say, I'm all into the woo-woo stuff.
I know, right? But I mean, it's totally true. The language that you use with yourself shapes your reality. I mean, literally, it shapes your reality. So if you're always talking about yourself in a negative way, that's what you're going to live. That's going to be your reality. Whether or not other people are seeing the negativity or not. If you're always negative with yourself, like, there's no way you're going to ever, like, grow in a I mean, you could always get better, you know what I mean, a little bit at a time, but you're never going to hit those big leaps and bounds of progress if you always have that negative mindset, that negative attitude. Sometimes you got to like,
You gotta weed your garden.
yeah,
That's what we use with the kids. You know, we say your mind is a garden, and do you want to plant flowers and trees and beautiful things, or do you want it to be overcome with negative and weeds? And so, if they're thinking negative thoughts, we always say, go till your garden, go check it out. Let's figure out what's going on here and plant some flowers. So you gotta take care of your garden.
that's all it is. Take care of your garden. Life's a garden, dig it? So let's see. That's kind of probably all the deeper we should go into as far as the goals right now for this specific episode. We're running out of time on my thing here, so only got so much storage on my camera here. So another thing we want to talk about is comparing maybe your progress in achieving your goals to other people, and not necessarily letting that distract you or get you down. You know what I mean? Basically, it's very easy to compare what you're doing to other people, like on social media and all that. And it doesn't do you any good to compare.
No.
At all.
It's a very quick way to get a lot of weeds in your garden.
Exactly. On social media, people are posting the things they want you to see. They're not posting the things they don't want you to see. It's very one-sided in that, I'm only posting the cool shit I do in the gym. I'm not posting the boring stuff that nobody wants to see. I mean, maybe cool. I don't know. You be the judge. It might not be that cool to you, but I think the things that I post are the things that I'm more proud of or excited about, or it's not like
it's your highlight.
Oh, I'm gonna do some push-ups and some goblet squats here.
Yeah.
That shit's boring. You don't want to watch that. I don't want to watch that. I keep scrolling when I see that stuff.
You don't want to film that. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're only, people are only posting what they want you to see. So don't compare what you got going on based on what other people have going on. It'll mess you up.
And I mean, that goes for in the gym too, and in person. Like, yeah, you're going to see people doing other things that are maybe, yes, they can lift more or swing more or stronger, faster, etc. Don't get down on yourself because you don't believe that you're those things. You don't know how long they've been training for it, or the kind of past that they've had to deal with to get to that point. I think you could, instead of be like envious of it, draw from them, ask them. Ask them for training tips or ask them for advice. Compliment them, say, hey, I noticed that you're doing this thing, and that's really cool. That's something I want to set a goal for myself. How did you achieve that? Put them a little bit on the spot and maybe brighten their day a little bit, and you get some free advice as well.
Get a little bit of their mojo.
Yeah.
Yeah, that reminds me, I was actually talking to Hayden yesterday at the gym, and he was all excited. He had met a like master's age national bench press record holder, and he was all super excited about it. He was telling me like, yeah, most people probably wouldn't be all that excited about it. It's just some old dude who knows how to lift a lot of weight up. But like, that's something that Hayden, as an 18-year-old kid, he's looking at the 65-year-old guy who bench presses like. Hey, what's up, guys? So sorry about that. My video got cut off there at the very end of that podcast. So I really apologize. I wasn't monitoring that good enough, and I did not catch that getting cut off. So you didn't miss much. I just finished up my story. We thanked you guys for watching the video, and then we cut it off. So just I figure I thank you guys now, and really hope you are liking what you're seeing so far. And if you are, make sure you like the video down below and click subscribe. You get a notification whenever we post the next video, and that's the best way to stay up to date with when we're posting here. I really hope you guys are getting something out of this, and if there's anything that we can do to make it better, please leave a comment below. Let us know what you're thinking. Let us know your thoughts, and that's going to help us get better at this. So thank you once again for watching. For Kate and myself, we'll see you guys next week. Thanks.